Good day, all. This is Charles with the Exodus Logistics Learning Center, America's #1 dispatcher and freight broker training. Coming soon in September, usually the first and third weeks of the month we have in our trainings, but the first week in September is Labor Day. So chances are individuals are probably not going to register it, but we do have some individuals who have registered for the third week in September and beyond. For our live in-person local week-long trainings. Okay, we're having those at our Exodus Logistics Learning Center. We have the capacity to hold about 20 to about 25 individuals in our conference room, where I'll be doing live trainings in person, going over freight dispatching, what it is to be a freight dispatcher, in person, passing out materials, taking quizzes and exams, receiving a certificate at the end. So if you or someone you know is in the Hampton Roads, Virginia area, specifically Chesapeake, our facility is located at 3101 American Legion Road, Suite 21A in Chesapeake, Virginia, 23321. We're going to have week-long trainings. Seats are limited because we can only seat about 25 at a time in our conference room capacity. 5-day week-long, Monday through Friday, from 9 a.m. to 12 noon Eastern Standard Time every day. In-person training with me. And we go over everything in grave detail for those 5 days, 3 hours per day. Okay. And again, the address is the Exodus Logistics Learning Center, 3101 American Legion Road, Suite 21A, Chesapeake, Virginia, 23321. So if you or someone you know is in the Hampton Roads area of Virginia, Chesapeake, Virginia specifically, during those times, and beyond that too, so October, November, December, and beyond, we will schedule them every first and third weeks of each month, because the second and fourth week of each month, we have our online trainings, our 90-day course for our self-paced training students. So we had to put these week-long in-person trainings on the first and third weeks. So what do you get? What do you get with that? What's included? So what will you learn? Or what you will learn, I should say. So on Monday, you will get these two items. So on Monday, we will cover what is freight dispatching and who are freight dispatchers. Okay. Also, we will go over the prerequisites to freight dispatching. What are the pre-requirements as far as, setting your business up? What do you need to have in place? Maybe even a consideration of a business plan, and other things, among other things. So we covered that. And let me give you a little bit of that while we are discussing it. I will go into our module, our self-paced module, get a glimpse of that. So talk about that. Business setup. So we have business setup, business name, your entity, legal structure, certain things that you would need. And we'll cover that in detail, and we have links for that as well. So we cover that on Monday. What is freight dispatching, and who are the freight dispatchers, and then what are some pre-requirements. On Tuesday, we get into the very detailed into the dispatcher packet and the supporting documents. What do we mean by that? The dispatcher packet contains 3 documents according to our instruction, according to our philosophy. The dispatcher agreement, the limited power of attorney, and the carrier profile. And then the supporting documents you need for the carriers to return to you so that you'll be able to dispatch for them effectively and efficiently. That's what we will cover on Tuesday in person in our live week-long trainings. On Wednesday, we will cover the different equipment types. So once you get the understanding on Monday, what dispatching is and what dispatchers are and what are the pre-requirements to dispatching. And once you get on Tuesday, the packets you need to get in contract with the carriers, the truck drivers, then you need to decide, and that'll be on Wednesday, you need to decide what equipment type carriers do you go after. Do they drive dry vans? Do they drive hot shots? Do they drive box trucks, reefers, flatbeds? Which equipment types will make the best option for you as a beginner dispatch service for you to start with? And we get into the different equipment types on Wednesday. And we break them down. We go over their specs, why they are what they are, and why you should choose them. Then on Thursday, after you decide to get the which equipment type you want to focus on as a dispatch service, we go into the different ways of how to get the carriers to dispatch for. What are some methods? What are some strategies? What are some ways to get a truck driver or a carrier or an owner operator to agree for you to provide for them a dispatch service? Okay. Also on Thursday, once you get that carrier and get the way, and each person has a different method of getting a carrier. You may be good at certain method and another person may be good at another method. Okay. So once you decide your niche, I guess you would say, then we will go into what is the process and the workflow involved in dispatching. And that involves booking the load with the carrier and invoicing them for your service as a dispatcher. Okay. So, and then on Friday, we will do quizzes and certificates. We'll go over the quiz, overall quiz, and then we'll do certificate and see where you stand in your knowledge of our in-person training. And if you are someone who comes to our in-person training and you want to roll over into our ongoing 90-day course, what you paid for the in-person training can be deducted from the cost of the ongoing training, and we will invoice you the difference plus tax. So this is what you will get when you come to our in-person training Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 12 noon. And of course, we may have activities after the trainings on each day, like Monday at noon or 1 o'clock, we may go bowling. Tuesday, we may do this. Wednesday, we may do that. We may have different activities and network and socialize, not just come for training, but we may come to network and socialize. You get to know me, get to meet my wife and other things. So again, if you're in the area, in the Hampton Roads, Virginia area, Chesapeake namely, come to the Exodus Logistics Learning Center, 3101 American Legion Road, Suite 21A, Chesapeake, Virginia, 23321. And the first one will start on the week of September 18th. Okay, that is a Monday. So Monday through that Friday, the September 22nd. So September 18th through September 22nd, mark your calendar for that week-long training if you come to attend. Price point $399. Come get some training in person, how to be a dispatcher. We may even have special guests for you as well. A guest broker, a guest trucker, owner operator, so you'll be able to see those people in person and see how they operate. So the Exodus Logistics Learning Center, live in-person training with me, Charles, of the Exodus Logistics Learning Center, and my wife, Tasha, 3101 American Legion Road, Suite 21A, Chesapeake, Virginia, 23321. See you on September 18th.